Welcome to our dining nook makeover. This is an absolutely awesome project. Since we moved in 4 months ago, this corner has been absolutely barren. We have no light, no rug under our dining table. It's just been very basic. We love when spaces feel cozy and welcoming, and since we have finished this project, we now have spent more time in the last few weeks in this spot than we did in the first 4 months with our kids playing games, and it completely transforms the way we look at the space. So I'm excited to show you guys what we did. Well, Aubrey really wanted to have a dining nook bench in an L shape, and with that, she showed me some inspiration of what she wanted. We had our concept, but we wanted to build out the frame first.
Yay!
All right, let's see.
You're gonna give it a squat? But does it seem deep enough? Yeah.
Oh, definitely deep
enough.
We looked up traditional benches with the height and the depth. So we did about 20 inches deep for the bench. That way, if we end up doing a back cushion, that will be about 2 to 3 inches thick. It'll still give plenty of seating space between the wall and the bench, so people don't feel like they're falling off of it. So once we removed the baseboards, so what I did not want to do is I didn't want to connect this to the floor, because if for some reason down the road we actually want to remove it, I didn't want to remove it and have to replace the flooring. So we just connected it to the back wall on all the studs, and what we did is we got some of this paneling. And we figured, okay, if we at least cover it with the paneling, we can see what this looks like. And we had a rough idea of adding trim pieces and fake drawers.
Yeah, let's just nail the top and bottom, and then we'll figure out the edging.
So what we did is we put the paneling on first, so then it would be easier to cover it up with the trim pieces. And we did about 4.5 inch trim on the bottom and a 3 inch trim on the top with these, they're like preset trim rectangles from Lowe's. These came in absolutely clutch, because doing angled cuts to make these by hand is not the easiest for me. I'm not the most handy. But we measured everything out to find an even distribution of spacing, and it ended up fitting perfectly. So thankfully all of that worked out nicely. We didn't have to trim up any of the long pieces, so it made it convenient.
Pre-drill the holes for the hardware behind. We don't have to attach it, so you can pre-drill them. I can paint.
Then we can hook them, then do the
Then
top.
hook them, then do the top.
So you gotta go buy the paint.
I have to go buy the paint.
We wanted to make it look like they're drawers, but not actually be drawers. So we wanted to add that look. I mean, it's amazing when you see this thing done. Adding those handles makes the biggest difference to the completed project. We got our center points for all the handles, and I pre-drilled the holes, but we just pre-drilled them so we knew where we were going to place them. And of course we had to, put them in, test them, make sure they were level first, because you don't want to put them on and they're all crooked. But we had to pre-drill the holes first and then paint it, because it's just way easier to paint before you put the hardware on. The holes filled, the cracks filled and dried, and we sanded it. Now it was time to paint it, and Aubrey picked such a great color for this. It's subtle enough where it makes a difference, but it's not going to like take over the space. It's not like, oh wow, we did a super dark brown. It's like this eggshell color. It pulls a similar shade from the flooring to kind of tie it in but not be so matchy. We also didn't want to do white because the walls are white, the ceilings are white. We wanted something that stood out but still kind of tied in with the flooring. We didn't want to do something dark, so like we have dark kitchen cabinets. We didn't want to match it like that. We felt like that'd be too dark in that space because our kitchen's already dark.
Okay, so we finally got the handles installed on the bottom, and it looks so good. Ryan's gonna add the top of the bench. What do you think?
It looks great.
It looks so good!
No, it's exciting.
We
do need to paint it still.
We still have to paint it. I think this is our best project.
Yeah. Should I grab the other one?
Yes, do the other one. Oh my gosh! Babe, it looks so good. Yes. This looks so good.
It looks great. Our bums are going to be dusty.
Literally the favorite part is the
behind the
paneling.
No, that was such a great idea.
Subtle detail that makes such a big impact.
Drawer.
Don't touch the door, it's not real. Fake.
It's a fake.
It's fake, but it's cute.
but you have to work in this direction, right? Because if you want to hook the handles on from the backside, you got to have, you can't put the top on yet. So we put the tops on just to see how it was going to look, and we were thrilled by it. So the shorter end of the bench was about 6 feet, and then the long end was 9 feet. So you can fit plenty of people. It gives us plenty of seating, and our kids, we got 3 kids, and they absolutely love sitting on here now. But we had the bench overhang about 1.5 inches, which was perfect because you don't your legs aren't running into any of the design below, any of the handles. So the bench sits just far out enough to give your legs a resting spot where, again, you're not bumping into those handles, and it definitely made a big difference. All right, now that we had that done, we needed to move on to the backing. So after we saw the bench, we were like, okay, it needs something, because when we scooted our table over, you could barely see the bench. It didn't stand out that much. So I took the same pattern that we had done down below, the same 4.5-inch trim. We did that up the sides, and then we did the same backing across the whole thing. We did explore looking at a bigger paneling in the back, but it just didn't make sense because we had already used the same design down below. So ultimately we decided to go with this one. And once we got the trim on top, we then filled in all the gaps with putty. We sanded everything, and we painted it, and honestly, I couldn't be more thrilled with it. The space feels so much more homey and inviting. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this transformation. We absolutely love how it turned out. But follow so you can see part 2 when we actually style it, at our light, our table, rug. It looks awesome.